Juice, sauce, booze, liquid courage. Alcohol has had a lot of nicknames through the millennia, but the nickname that applies to this story is spirits. As in the spirits that have maintained residency for nearly 100 years in the Bakersfield office of the U.S. Bureau of Prohibition. The what, you ask? Yeah, well, this isn't just a ghost story, it's a history lesson. First, the history. In 1920, the House of Representatives and the U.S. Senate, along with 46 of the 48 states, acted on decades of pressure from religious social reformers and banned the importation, transportation, and sale of alcoholic beverages. They passed the 18th Amendment, Prohibition. The party was over, and responsibility for local enforcement of the nationwide ban fell to the people in this federal building, the U.S. Post Office located on, appropriately, 18th Street. Or rather, it fell to the federal agents who worked in the basement of the post office building, behind this still intact door, the U.S. Bureau of Prohibition, a division of the Treasury Department. This post office, Bakersfield's first, formally opened in early 1925, 4.5 years into Prohibition. It's where Prohibition agents stored confiscated liquor, likely behind this inaccessible door, and interrogated suspected bootleggers and traffickers by the light of this single basement bulb. One of the bootleggers, as legend has it, died while being interrogated, and agents allegedly moved his body into an adjacent room, where it remained until they could arrange its removal. Pure myth? Perhaps, but several of the postal workers I talked to said privately they'd heard that story handed down through 3 generations of local mail carriers. And a few told me they sometimes still feel the presence of something or someone lurking over their shoulder late in the evening after closing. We don't know about that bootlegger's story, but we do know that the most feared Prohibition agent in the county, Special Officer William Bud Wiles, was killed during a raid on a bootlegging operation in the mountain town of Woody a week before Christmas 1924. And he would have been based right here at 93301, the downtown post office. Local historian Ken Hooper said Wiles was one of 4 agents who were ambushed that day as they approached a still hidden in a remote barn.
Officer Wiles was a deputy from Wasco who had been brought in by the district attorney's office to prosecute and go after these bootleggers. And he had developed a pretty large reputation for success. And a lot of bootleggers in Kern County feared the name of Bud Wiles because he had been so successful.
31-year-old bootlegger Lewis Lowe pled self-defense and was eventually found guilty of manslaughter. He served a 10-year sentence at San Quentin. What a perfect coincidence that the historic building that served as Prohibition headquarters was renamed the Merle Haggard Post Office in 2018 in honor of the Bakersfield-born country music legend who gave us songs like, "I Think I'll Just Stay Here and Drink."
There's plenty of irony when it comes to booze and Merle Haggard, but the fact that it's in the Merle Haggard Post Office, the Prohibition office, that I think he would laugh at that.
Is the downtown post office haunted by the ghost of a bootlegger? By the physical aura of the most diligent Prohibition agent in Kern County? Still, almost 90 years after the 21st Amendment repealed Prohibition? No telling. But as any longtime denizen of downtown Bakersfield will tell you, those spirits would be in good company with ghostly neighbors at the nearby Bakersfield Californian building and the Padre Hotel, both just off 18th Street. But those are ghost stories for another day. Maybe you've heard the post office motto, "Neither snow, nor rain, nor heat, nor dark of night shall stay these couriers from their appointed rounds." Well, we might add this one, "Neither will the spirit of bootleggers or Prohibition agents." In downtown Bakersfield, Robert Price, 17 News.